All right, all right. Raise your hands if you did survive this. No, guys. Anybody telling you the fact that the weekend price action is absolute bullshit and it doesn't matter, I think you should not give a fuck about that statement anymore because you have the explanation, the answers in front of your hand, guys. The weekend price action is certainly significant in these 24/7 crypto market, guys. And did you survive this dump or not? If you did survive this dump, guys, most likely you're going to be staying in these markets for the long haul. And if you did not survive this one, most likely you were extremely overexposed, extremely over leveraged, guys. Look, we just had a 30 to 40% average downside price action on most of the major crypto assets, which means that even if you were long on any assets with even 3x leverage, you would have been liquidated, you would have been thrown out of these market, guys. Now this is why on my previous videos I was talking about the fact that how the opportunity cost, the risk to reward opportunities have shifted from the USD pairs to the Bitcoin pair. And guys, if you really notice, these Bitcoin pairs, they did not take a lot of plunge to the downside, whereas the USD pair, only because of our landlord breaking all the flows to the downside, most of the altcoins against USD pair had a bad weekend, to be honest with you. And guys, most of these altcoins are waking up to Sunday morning completely hungover, right? So guys, this is what we are dealing with. This is what we are. This is what we really have to accept. We are crypto traders. We are crypto market participants, guys. Now, most of your friends would most likely be enjoying their Saturday evenings, having some drinks or something like that. Whereas you, on the other hand, would be refreshing your portfolio, looking at the 35% down move that just took place, guys. Look, me personally, my holdings are down more than 30%. Let's just say that, guys. Look, and I was very well prepared for that because I am coming from bear market. Most of the people who have been still there in the crypto space and have been hodling throughout all these ups and downs, they have been looking at these kind of price action again and again. And this is nothing new. To be honest with you, this is nothing new, guys. Look, I'll be taking a look at some key major time frames and major moving averages where we'll find out that nothing has really happened. To be honest with you, but is this the market top? Is this the consolidation that we have been looking for? Like, are we finally getting into a consolidation which could be happening on Bitcoin price action for the next month or so? We're going to be taking a look at that in this video, guys. But before we jump onto the content, guys, this is the Discord server for Cryptodicator. You want to go ahead and join that, guys. We don't have much. Look, there's nothing. It's just me right here and some guy named Pimpin is here. So kudos to the first person joining the Discord server right here. And guys, look, we are building a community right here. So what would happen is that next time when we actually look at these 30% down moves, we're going to be prepared. We're going to be in it together, and most likely our risks are going to be managed, guys. I keep on talking about the fact that staying away from leverage is always going to help you at least survive these markets, guys. All right, I'll be leaving the links to the invitation down in the description, guys. You can go ahead and join this channel, and we could have some good insights on the market as well. So guys, now let's jump onto the first piece of information. This is not really information, this is Coinmarketcap right here. We're looking at double-digit losses on every single guys. Dogecoin is still up 4%, man. This is crazy, right? Although double-digit losses all across the space, guys, all across the space. Even USDC is down 1.1%. Stable coins are down as well. We're looking at pretty catastrophic move all across the crypto space, guys. Solana, the dip got bought. The dip got bought at $20, and most of the assets are down 20%. Well, let's see if we are going to be consolidating or we are looking at some further downside price action, guys. Now, the data from Coinmarketflow. Now, this is going to tell you that whether the bidding is actually taking place in the market with the price action going down. And so far, so good, guys. Look, now this line, when it goes up, this is market depth ratios. This is the average of the bids and the asks, guys. These are the bids and these are the asks, right? These lines are simple averages divided by 24-hour time frame as to determine the trend, whether the price action, if it comes down, is it going to get bid or is it getting asked even further, right? So guys, look, last time when we did have this sort of correction right here, the bids, they started picking up, right? Confirming the fact that the range that we are creating in these ranges are your reaccumulation phases, right? Similarly, something like this happened, guys. We are taking a look at the monthly time span. We are looking at the previous 30 day in this particular data right here. So the last time when the bidding took up, guys, we were consolidating and we were formulating a low before the bidding trend started going down and the price action actually started going to the upside. So this is pretty much inversely correlated, right? So guys, what did we see right here after the three unsuccessful attempts to actually break the floor above the global market cap standing at $2.5 trillion, guys? we simply went to the bidding. So this is the general market trend right here. These are global markets, right? They include every major assets right here, guys. This is data from Coinmarketcap. It's pretty important, pretty useful right here, as we are jumping back into a bidding trend, right? Which could mean that the market as a whole could consolidate. Market as a whole could go down in price action, in terms of price actions, which would mean that, guys, most of the crypto assets that are here to stay in the long run are going to get bid again, right? So most likely we could be looking at these discounted prices, guys. This is how I would like to put discounted prices on all of these crypto assets, as this is pretty much confirming the fact that we're going to get bid, guys. We're going to get bid. If this trend starts to tumble back down again, that would mean that we have already formulated a low somewhere around the 2 trillion market capital as a whole, and we could be trending back again all the way towards 2.5 trillion, and then so on and so forth towards 5 trillion, 10 trillion in terms of the entire global crypto market capital, right? So, alright, guys, next piece of information right here. Okay, this must be Intotheblock, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Intotheblock. I don't know what the hell is wrong with these guys. Whenever there is some catastrophic move in the market, their website just okay, lot of they're just not. I guess their servers are not able to do really well. It looks like, guys, it's gonna be yet another waste. Okay, this is unresponsive again, guys. I'm not gonna include the data from Intotheblock again on my videos again. It's just madness. It's just, I'm simply embarrassing myself, it looks like. Alright, guys, we do have a lot of data from Glassnode as well, guys, as the miner, the difficulty ribbon. It's alright, it's not the ribbon, but this is the general difficulty in terms of mining BTC, guys. Now, mining difficulty is still increasing, which means that, guys, this was not a catastrophic market reversal, to be honest with you. This was not a market cycle top. Prices could have shaved down, market capital could have shaved down for more than 30%, but this was certainly not the market top, guys. In fact, we're looking strong here in terms of the mining activities, which means that the fundamentals in the markets are still completely fine, guys. Now, Glassnode is yet another website which is going to give you gem of information, guys. Now, I do not have the tier 3 access for this website, as this is pretty expensive, to be honest with you, guys. Now, alright, you could argue that what is expensive for you, what is expensive for anybody else, but it seems to me like, yeah, the data is certainly everything about Bitcoin and most of the cryptocurrency assets, but this is exclusive data, guys. Data from Glassnode is completely exclusive, and if you're really diving deep into the markets, they are going to give you insights which probably none of the websites in the crypto space are going to give you, right? So, guys, in terms of the mining, this is what I wanted to talk about in this entire data. The mining difficulty is completely fine, which is not indicative of the fact that we do have any fundamental reversal going on. This is nothing. This is just simple, complete market ebb and flow in terms of price action. This is what is happening, guys. This is what is happening. All right. Next piece of data are the charts themselves, guys. Where are we right now? We are currently testing the 3-day 21 simple moving average, guys. In terms of looking at this entire goddamn picture right here, we have done nothing. This was just a sneeze, guys. This was just a simple sneeze, right? Although this sneeze was pretty big. This was a 20% downside price action on BTC. This is why, guys, Ethereum had a price action downside for more than 30%. This is what happens, right? Bitcoin, if Bitcoin gets volatile by more than, let's just say, 10%, Ethereum is going to be volatile by 20%. And any asset which comes below Ethereum, let's just say, guys, we're going to be talking about Cardano or XRP for that matter as well, that's going to be down for more than 30 to 35%, right? This is how the hierarchy goes in terms of the liquidity flowing the market. And, guys, look, I am sure a lot of you are going to be new people to this channel right here. So hit that subscribe, go for that like, because, guys, the data suggests that the channel data, the YouTube data suggests that 90%, this is fresh new data, this is this week's data, 90% of the viewers in this channel are new. So go ahead for that subscribe, guys. Most likely it is going to help you out. Most likely this channel, the content coming out of this channel is going to help you out in terms of building as a trader, guys. You got to trust me on that one. And most likely all throughout these dumps, you're going to be sitting here laughing and just enjoying the price action, whereas you'll be enjoying your life as well, guys. You got to have balance in these things. You cannot flow with this red candle and just be all upset and sad about it. All right, guys, we can certainly be humbled down for some amount of time, it looks like, because look, guys, this was 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8th candle right here. 24 days of price action shaved off in one single candle right here, guys, which means that we could be potentially looking at some piece of trend reversal onto these zones right here, guys. The 3-day okay, this is not working. All right, the 3-day time frame suggests that we do have this divergence flowing out all the way through all the way from this high right here, guys, the 40,000 high, dragging taken out all the way towards the 65,000 high, we had bearish divergence all throughout the 3-year time frame, right? Now we're finally breaking below the 60. All right, guys. Now here's how this would work. RSI going below 60 on BTC price action means that we are going to be looking at some crazy amount of price action chop, guys. Crazy price action chop. This means that taking any position here on the BTC price action itself is going to chop you out extremely crazy, man. You're going to be chopped out to the upside, to the downside, to the sideways as well, guys. This is why when the macro RSI gets below the 60 ticker, this means that we are getting into an undecided zone. We are getting into, let's just say we don't want to take any overexposed leverage exposure in the markets as the RSI really trends below the 60, guys. This is calling for another consolidation phase in the market, guys. It's just what the RSI is telling. Whereas the TSI is also in the bearish zone, guys. Well, we can argue that the TSI has been in the bearish zone ever since we formulated this high right here, and the RSI was diverging from these highs as well. So, guys, where is the 21 simple weekly moving average? Because if we are looking at some trend reversals on the 3-day time frame, which is if we are going to be losing the 3-day 21 simple moving average, we are going to be retesting the weekly 21 simple moving average, right? Which is going to be aligning perfectly with your $44,000 levels, guys. Now this weekly candle looks to me like, yeah, we could be looking at some further consolidation. Let's be really honest. Now this is a rejection. This is a fuck off candle. This is a bearish fuck off candle right here in front of your eyes. And on one single weekly candle, Bitcoin went all the way towards 65k. Now we are coming back 20% down towards the 51k, guys. Now you could simply look at this as a discounted price on BTC, but guys, as a trader, as a data analyst in this crypto space, it looks to me like we are getting into some sort of consolidation for at least about a month or so on BTC price action, guys. Now the ranges to the upside are going to be pretty much defined. If we are not going to be closing any weekly candle, let's just say above this price point right here at $60,500 levels, we are looking at extremely choppy piece of price action on BTC itself, guys. And until we do retest this 21 simple weekly moving average, the trend is going to be undecided. All right, does that mean we are going to be certainly coming down to the 21 simple moving average? Fuck no. That does not mean that we are simply going to be coming back down here. We are going to be taking things step by step. Now, guys, let's jump on to the daily time frame and check that out, as well as we are rejecting the 55 simple as well. So, guys, look, why the 55 simple is kind of a big deal, to be honest with you, for this entire trend is because, guys, check this one out. We had a bullish cross on the 55 and the 21 simple moving average on the daily time frame happening around the $10,000 levels, right? And guys, the prices, as soon as the price started rising above the 55 and the 21 simple moving average, it was a straight fucking ride to the upside with one single retest of the 55 simple moving average. And guys, look what we are doing right now. We are rejecting the 55 simple. Now this is not really a good news, to be honest with you. Now this means that, yeah, you are kind of putting your current trend under jeopardy. Now, guys, why am I talking about Bitcoin so much in this video? Well, because this is a freaking Bitcoin video. But guys, the landlord is here to set your trend in terms of US dollar price action, guys. I'm not talking about the BTC pairs. BTC pairs are most likely going to rally from these levels. Believe it or not, most likely they will get bought back up, guys. BTC pairs they'll start looking strong from these levels, right? The USD pair, although the USD pair on altcoins on BTC is quite telling of the fact that we are getting into a massive chop. We're probably going to get into a massive chop, right? So, guys, look, this daily candle is yet to close, and we are still dealing with the weekend, guys. To be honest with you, we're still in the weekend, although weekend price action is really significant, guys. It's really significant. If you have been sleeping on weekends, this is what happens to you, right? Okay, so if we are going to be closing any daily candle below the 55 simple moving average with such posture, with this bearish engulfing posture right here, this would not mean good news, guys. This would not mean good news in the small time frames as well. Although we are looking at another breakdown pattern, guys. This is a simple rising wedge which actually broke to the downside, guys. This is a rising pizza right here, a pizza slice which actually broke fucking down, guys. And where are your ultimate targets when you break down out of a wedge, guys? The starting point of the wedge is going to be your breakdown targets, hovering all all the way towards the 44,000, guys. Now, where is the $44,000 level aligning with? It's going to be aligning perfectly with the 21 simple, guys. Now, this weekly moving average is moving to the upside pretty significantly. The last time we closed the weekly candle on the 21 simple, we were at 42k. Right now, we are at 43.5k, which means that we are averaging out a $1,500 move on the moving average itself, which means that the next weekly candle, which is going to be closing in the next 12 hours, is going to be hovering somewhere around the support zone right here, guys. Now, if we do lose this zone right here on a weekly closing basis, guys, this is going to be the most important thing, as all throughout the previous bull market, guys, we tested the weekly 21 simple moving average like a charm. We did have a lot of overthrows below the weekly 21 simple as well, guys. Now, this one was a massive wick to the downside, 16% below the 21 simple weekly moving average, guys. This shows illiquid market conditions. This is why this one happened. And whenever you do come back down here, you never close a weekly candle, right? So which means that if we are going to be repeating the history itself, guys, most likely we will consolidate with the 21 simple weekly moving average. Although if you start closing the weekly candle below this price point right here, guys, this would mean that we could be dealing with some potential midterm market top, right? Now, this could sound really bearish to you, but guys, we have to be moldable and foldable according to the price action. We could simply close this next, guys, in the next 12 hours. If anything crazy happens, we could simply wick above and we can close like a pin bar as well, guys. Anything can happen. Let's just be prepared for the fact that anything can happen, although pretty unreal situations for those facts to be actually happening, guys. Look, we are constantly bearishly engulfing on the 4-hour time frame as well, and the sell-off is still continuing. The US trading activity has not yet begun, and we have broken the trend above the 4-hour 200 simple moving average as well, guys. This was a simple retest and a rejection again. So, guys, the last time when we actually consolidated on the 4-hour time frame, we simply got picked up from these price points, right? Now, this time we are actually breaking it with this wedge breaking down as well. So, guys, what are we looking at? We are looking at a 44k Bitcoin. Most likely, right, guys? For that to happen, you got to be taking down these levels on BTC as well, to the exact point where you just wigged out right here at the $51,000 levels. If you're going to be taking these levels out as well on a 4-hour closing basis, guys, there's nothing stopping until your 44k levels aligning perfectly with the 21 simple weekly moving average, right? So, guys, we could be looking at some potential trend reversal in the market. We could be looking at some bidding activities happening back into the market rather than the asking activities. So, guys, when the market starts showing some bidding activities which in a bull trend, that generally means that we are going to be consolidating and probably we'll be going to the downside most likely, right, guys? This is nothing to be afraid of. This is absolutely nothing to be afraid of, right? All right, there's another piece of analysis that we can actually do, guys. This entire consolidation range, if we do take some Fibonacci projections of this range right here, we reject the 2.618 level standing at the 60k, guys. I was talking about the fact that how we are not able to strengthfully close any daily or weekly candles above the 60k regions, and it looks to me like we're dealing with some heavy resistance on 60k, guys. So as far as you're not looking at 60k being taken down on a weekly closing basis, guys, Bitcoin is simply going to go sideways. So if you are trading BTC with a lot of leverage, most likely you are looking at some crazy piece of choppy price action happening onto these ranges, guys. It's going to be really volatile. Bitcoin's volatility has started expanding, guys. It has started expanding, and guess what? The price action is confirming that we are expanding our volatility towards the downside. Now, that's a crazy situation right here, guys. As you can see, the 4-hour time frame, we were nothing, guys. This was nothing. Bitcoin having this kind of volatility is unfair, guys. Let's be honest. Bitcoin is one of the most volatile asset all throughout. If we talk about the general investment space all throughout the globe, guys, BTC is considered to be one of the most riskiest asset, and any crypto asset which is following Bitcoin is even riskier, right? That is why probably you are down more than 90%. Okay, all right. Now, this is why you want to be really keeping away your investment portfolio rather than from your trading portfolio, because if you were trading your entire equity, guys, this is what happens. Now, this is what happens. I've been wrecked too many times in my life trading crypto markets to tell you all of this crap, guys. Trust me when I say this. I trade with the money that I'm least bothered about. If I put my entire equity into trading, guys, it's going to be kamikaze trading. It's going to be wrecked behavior. Most likely I'll end up losing everything I have in these markets. If you don't want that for yourself, do not trade with your entire equity. Most likely this is going to be one of the clear cut lesson for you back again, guys. As we were talking about these things onto these levels as well, guys, we were still dealing with 57,000, almost 60k. Looks to me like this entire zone is completely full of sellers, guys, and big sellers, guys. To move these huge assets, we need giants, guys. We need big money in this space to actually move these assets. And guys, look, there's one more thing which can happen. Most likely we could be looking at crazy downside because of the leveraged exposure in the market. We are looking at crazy amount of leverage exposure, guys. We are looking at crazy exuberance. This is why 60k zones are potentially unsustainable, are, let's just say, for the time being, they're unsustainable. We want to be closing weekly candles. We want to be looking at some volume back again. We want to be looking at momentum oscillators. And also, guys, we want to be looking at volatility expansion with the price action going to the upside, right? Volatility expanded with the price action going to the downside, which means that we are looking at extreme volatility while the price stays below 60k most likely. This is what is going to happen in the coming days, guys. All right. That's a lot of ramble about the price action itself. So, guys, it's pretty much clear. If we are going to be closing for our candles below 51k, we could be looking at the swipe of the lows all the way around 44k, guys, dealing with the 21 simple weekly moving average and the bottom side of this entire wedge as well. All right, guys, let's see what do we have next. Okay, so I do have this weekly time frame as well. I don't know why I did have this opened up, but I do have a lot of levels set out, guys. I was charting this one out ever since we left this accumulation range right here, and I do have all the support and resistance zones. Most of them are aligning perfectly with the Fibonacci zones of interests as well. But guys, if you do take this one out right here, if you are going to be closing your 3-day candle below the 21 simple weekly moving average, these zones, these areas of interest would most likely come into fruition, would most likely come into reality, and we'll be testing these levels back again. So, guys, if you are in these crypto markets with entire savings, you could be looking at some patience testing. Let's just say your patience is going to be tested to the max point, to the max pain, guys. So be patient. Bitcoin always bails out everyone buying the top, guys. History tells us that you could have to wait potentially for 3 years, but it does bail you out. Bitcoin will bail you out. If you have completely bought the top on BTC right here, it's gonna bail you out. Not today, not tomorrow, maybe a month down the line, but somewhere down the future is going to bail you out. And guys, you do know my bias on BTC price action. We could be looking at some potential macro top somewhere around your $100k levels, right? This is a small little slight turbulence, guys. Most likely this is just going to be triggering a retest of the 21 simple weekly moving average, standing in at 44k, guys. Now this will come to 44k after your next 12-hour candle closure, but most likely it could be aligning with the support range right here, right? And guys, look, on the weekly time frame as well, you can see some crazy bearish divergence going on as well. So now, guys, what would be your ultimate death sentence? No, not really, not a death sentence, but what would be your, let's just say, what is going to tell you that whether to trade BTC in the coming days with a bullish bias is the fact that this RSI, guys. Now, if this weekly RSI starts closing below 60 as well, so guys, we will have daily, 2-day, 3-day, weekly, all of the 4 RSIs below the 60, which would mean that the entire crypto space is going to get into a tremendous chop in terms of the USD price action, not in terms of the BTC price action, guys. Most likely with this down move on Bitcoin, the risk to reward opportunity is going to shift back into the altcoin BTC pairs. We'll be taking a look at all of these potential altcoin BTC pairs in the coming videos as well. But guys, this video is going to be pretty comprehensive, and is this video as far as of now, I hope you're gaining a lot of information from this video. And if you are feeling that way, hit that like. You cannot just simply let go of that like, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. All right, okay. Do we have any other information? Okay, we do have Ethereum price action as well, as we are going to be bearishly engulfing, guys. This 3-day candle is going to be closing in the next 1 hour, and your 321 simple is at your $1,850 levels. Last time we did have a catastrophic move like this was a simple retest of the 21 simple on the 3-day time frame. But guys, the landscape is little different right now, as we have some macro bearish divergence happening onto the Ethereum price action as well, guys. We have divergence between this point and this point right here, and we have divergence between this point and this point right here. We have multiple divergences happening on Ethereum, and guys, the RSI yet again, the 3-day RSI on Ethereum USD is losing hold on the 60 points as well, the 60 market as well. Although we do have this perfect looking grind line right here, guys. Wait for this one. Okay, so if you start breaking this grind to the downside and the RSI starts trending below this grind itself, most likely Ethereum is also going to get into extremely choppy piece of price actions, guys. Also we could be potentially looking at a retest of the 21 simple on Ethereum USD as well. Now, where is the Ethereum USD weekly 21 simple weekly 21 simple moving average? We are looking at $1,500 per Ethereum. Now, guys, that would be really catastrophic, to be honest with you. Now, this is a little uncalled for in a bull market. 40% down move in a bull market is a little uncalled for, to be honest with you. Now, Bitcoin, all throughout the previous bull cycle, it did have a lot of corrections to the downside, most of them peaking around the 35% correction ranges. Ethereum's correction last time on the weekly time frame was again about 39-38%, right? A perfect correction, although it did not reach the 21 simple weekly moving average. And guys, look at this price action ever since the weekly bullish cross, which happened between the 55 and the 21 simple moving average. You are 10x above the price action, guys. You're 10x above the bullish cross right here, right? So this calls for at least some amount of consolidation. So guys, let's be really fair and honest. Now, this is the time to learn about trading. This is the time to learn about risk management. If you have not been able to manage your risk, if you have not been able to save your capital, guys, this is the time to get serious. Trust me when I say that. If you really want to pick this up, if you really want to take crypto trading to the next level and you want to be serious down the line for this profession, guys, this is really the time to actually start picking up on some serious things about trading, about risk management, about portfolio management. And guys, most likely you'll be saved against these volatile moves to the downside. Now, if guys, look, it's pretty funny to talk about it. It's pretty funny to talk about the downside if you're looking at this entire piece of price action on a weekly time frame, guys. And this is just a little weekly shakeout onto those levels which are unsustainable, guys. Let's be honest, these levels on Ethereum were unsustainable on the small time frames. We are at least looking at a retest of the 21 simple on Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the major assets as well, guys. Most likely a lot of assets have broken below the 21 simple weekly moving average as well. But is it a death sentence? No, it's not a death sentence, as the macro is still bullish. It's still bullish. So if it do come down to some key areas of interest, most likely we'll be picked up in the first go. And then we will try and attempt to break the highs again around the $2,500 levels on Ethereum back again. But guys, before that really happens, we are looking at some potential downside in the coming days and the weeks. We have to be really patient again. If you are still in your long exposure, let's just say for any crypto asset, guys, most likely you will be having a tough time if you have not really managed your margins, guys. If you have been long these markets with leverage, you are going to have a really tough time. You're going to really have a tough time. So guys, what does this mean? This means that mostly you can go ahead and chill for a month or something like that. Okay, like, okay, you could argue about the fact that since the market is going to be really choppy, market is going to be completely directionless, it's time to cut that greed. It is time to get rid of that greed and get rid of that daily gains that you're looking at every single day, guys. Look, if making money in the long haul was this simple, fucking everybody would have been doing that. Everybody would have been really rich and successful, right? But that is not the case. That is not the case, guys. It cannot happen in one single day. It cannot happen in one single bull rally. Most likely you'll be looking at so many other life experiences as well. Then you can be talking about some wealth building and something like that, guys. And crypto markets have been up exponentially, significantly, guys. Everybody and their mothers have been making money out of the thin air in these crypto markets, right? Okay, guys, now this brings me back to a point again. Bitcoin giving you early signs of a little confusion all across the markets. Before the new trading week really begins for all the traditional markets as well, this could potentially mean that we could extrapolate this bearish price action on the major market indices as well. What do I mean by that? I mean SPX, I mean UK 500, I mean the Japanese stock market, I mean Nifty and Sensex as well, guys. Look, Sensex and Nifty are going to be opening tomorrow, and in my country, guys, the COVID cases have just like, they are crazy, guys. Just go ahead and you can Google the COVID cases in India. They're actually 2x above the previous all-time high, guys. I would have loved trading this second wave in a bullish manner. Now, guys, does that mean a mass destructive mental behavior? Could mean that. But I'm a trader. I love trading the price action. If it goes to the upside, to the downside, it can go anywhere. I just love trading the price action, right? Had you been treating the COVID charts as price action, you can simply trade that. You can take long and short positions on that. All right, guys. I was talking about the fact that how COVID cases have really crossed the all-time highs and are completely 2x above the all-time highs, guys. It all happened because of this festival called Holi and several other things, guys. We had Kumbh Mela as well. Now, this is one of the interesting festivals which takes place in India after 10 years, 11 years, where you have all the devotees gathering around in crore, guys, in hundred thousands, guys, and they come there. They come for all of their, let's just say, they want to be religiously full of beliefs and they want to show their devotion to the gods, guys. This is crazy, right? Right at the middle of pandemic, the Mela, because the Kumbh Mela is taking place, which calls for further downside in Indian COVID situation. To be honest, it's not. It's just complete wasteful event, guys. I wish people were, let's just say, a little more aware and a little more careful about these facts. So, which means that the price action on the indices, on the stock markets, are yet to reflect. So this has started happening from the Bitcoin and Ethereum price action. This has started happening from the assets which are the most liquid, from which the liquidity can exit without any problem. So guys, this was an indication that we could be looking at some global consolidation for the entire markets as well. Now, this is just a hypothesis, this is just a theory. This could happen, this could not. This could be a simple dip onto all markets, and you can simply go to the upside, guys, as we literally have infinite money in terms of printing and all that. Central banks are going crazy in every single country, guys. All right, guys, now for the last analysis, did I finish with Ethereum? I did not, I guess, right? God, I completely got lost in my own thoughts, guys. Now the 12-hour time frame is also looking quite weak, and let's just say that we have broken this grind to the downside, guys. Now this grind was pretty significant, starting from these levels right here around the 1500 levels, which means that you could be potentially looking at this wedge breaking down and testing these levels back again. Now, guys, 1500 is aligning perfectly with your 21 simple weekly moving average as well. So guys, this grind broke to the downside. On BTC price action, the grind broke to the downside. Guys, check what happens every single time when the grind breaks to the downside. You consolidate for at least some time. You test some key major moving averages on this matter right here, guys. The one single major moving average that you will be dealing with is going to be the 21 weekly simple moving average, which is going to be aligning with the daily 55 simple moving average as well, guys. I'm completely losing my words. This video is obnoxiously long, it looks to me like. If you are still in this video, hats off to you. Leave something down in the comments below so that we can have a discussion. And guys, join the Cryptotic Discord, guys. Come on, hop into the Discord channel. We can have some crazy conversations right there. We can talk, we can discuss, and we can probably formulate a community which is pretty much sophisticated in terms of, let's just say we are not moon boys here. Let's just say we are completely rationally level-headed traders, and this is what I'm trying to build here, guys. Let's do it, right? Come on, hop onto the Discord server. All right, okay. So, as you can see, every single time we do break below these grinds, we are going to be testing some key major moving averages. Onto this case, we have the weekly 21 simple and the daily 55 simple moving average as well, aligning with 1800 right here, and the weekly is around 1500. So, guys, is it possible that Ethereum could get reaccumulated in a very choppy range between, let's just say, your $1,800 levels and your $1,500 levels? Could be possible. Ethereum could be range bound in the coming weeks between these levels. Now, if you are going to be losing 1500 levels as well to the downside, guys, then we can talk about some catastrophe. Then we can talk about some market-wide DeFi catastrophe as well. Potentially a lot of interesting things can happen in the coming days and the weeks. But guys, we are traders, we are price action traders. If we are actively participating in the markets, it should not really bother you if the price is going down or to the upside. We can make money either ways, guys. Whereas, let's be honest, the hodl portfolio, the hodl account, all the hodls which I was really proud of, guys, my fucking net worth got slashed off by 37% yesterday. Holy crap. Obviously, like, I've seen these things happening so many times, guys. And when Bitcoin's price action got capitulated way back in the COVID dump, guys, holy crap, my equity went down, my entire net worth got slashed by 80% in one single day. That was crazy. I was completely pulling my hair away. But I just had this weird kind of belief back my head that Bitcoin can't go to zero. It's probably going to bail me out somewhere down the line in the future, even if it is going down significantly, quite literally capitulating on that day. But I was pretty much sure of the fact that, look, guys, fundamentally something is revolutionizing the entire human landscape. We could be macro bullish on such things, guys. We could be macro hodlers and investors on such things which are actually bringing about some revolution, right? Price action doesn't really matter, whereas these things are fundamentally so strong that maybe one find the entire world would run on these things. All right, guys, now why am I talking about hopium, a lot of hopium? Because, guys, this was a pretty catastrophic move, to be honest with you. This was a bad move on Ethereum as well. We're down 20%. We are looking for some further downside price action again, guys. Now, if you are unable to take the 55 simple weekly, the 55 moving average on 4-hour time frame back again, guys, the small time frames, and if this next up leg is going to be a retest of this rejection, guys, we could be looking at some retest $1,500 levels on Ethereum, guys. Now, the last chart before I shut this video away is going to be your BTC on the CMEs, guys, on the CMEs. Now, pardon me with the TradingView. Okay, I got all the patience here. I can sleep. I can come back again. All right. Do everything. What's up with my internet, man? It's just, guys, I have a 500 Mbps unlimited plan running and it's still not working, guys. Come Sunday, all the telecom industries, they go to shit, right? Pandemic or pandemic? You tell me what that is. All right. Guys, now this is what is gonna happen on the CME futures. We're gonna be opening in the next few hours with a huge, massive gap down all the way here, guys. Crazy gap is gonna be under formulation right here. Crazy gap. Now this gap is gonna be about 10%. Holy crap, 10% gap for you, 10% gap for you on CMEs. Now, guys, look, these gaps, they do fill to the upside on a bull trend, whereas if you're looking at gaps being filled to the downside, guys, in a bull trend, it is an unlikely situation. It's an unlikely situation, guys. This one never got filled right here. You see this? And had you been waiting for this particular gap to be filled at 38,000, guys, check this out. You just simply missed out on the next 2x leg up on the Bitcoin price action itself, right? Now you could be talking about this gap again. So a lot of people have actually started taking these gaps seriously. The gaps is gonna get filled. We are having gap on the CME. It's gonna get filled. No, this is what happens if you wait for the gap fill, guys. This is what happens. Imagine shorting Bitcoin right here, suspecting for a gap fill back again, and what happens next? Wrecked. Simply wrecked to the upside. Holy cow, what happened to my long position? What happened to my short position as well? Guys, to the upside, these gaps, they're not really significant, guys. They're not really significant because we're in a macro bull. We are in a macro bull. Had we been in a macro bear situation, most likely our upside gaps would have been a fill. We're in a macro bull. This is why, if you come to the downside with a huge gap opening the price action, it would most likely be an upside fill in the coming days and the weeks. That is the most likely situation. But, guys, now this would be a huge gap. Now, look, I don't really know what's going to come next. Nobody knows what's going to really come next, to be honest with you. So that is why we really have to speculate on the price action for the coming weeks as well. For this particular week. Now, this week of price action on Bitcoin and Ethereum will decide a lot of things on to the entire crypto space as well. Okay, guys, this video was full of ramble and I hope you did not get bored. If you like this video, go ahead for the subscribe, go ahead for that like, and guys, join the Discord server. Let's formulate a community right there, and I will catch you guys on the next video pretty soon. Bye for now.